Hi everyone, Kylie here again, and here is my reflection post for Module 5 over web assignments. My three favorite websites were BrainPop, Kathy Schrock's Guide to Everything, and Edutopia. With BrainPop, I think it's very important to keep students engaged, and this website looks to have very engaging games for learning along with movies and activities. It also uses tools that challenge students to reflect, make connections, and engage in deeper, curiosity-driven learning, which I think is especially important in the arts. Since it is through the internet, students of all ages will be able to access it even at home. Kathy Schrock's Guide to Everything is, well, everything. It looks to be a very great resource to have. She has several websites in addition to the one that we looked at, has written hundreds of articles about technology and education. She's also authored several books. Her resume was also very impressive with all of the awards she has won over the years. Kathy also conducts professional development workshops. She's a very busy lady. It's nice to know that the information accessed from her site is fully endorsed and authenticated through her, so you'll know that it's trustworthy. I think the site is an important one to support teachers in their teaching endeavors with the use of technology. I will be referring to her site during my teaching career for sure. Several of the websites that we looked at the module required a paid subscription. If your school didn't supply the funds for programs and you were looking for a helpful website for education, Edutopia would be the one I would use. This site provides a little bit of everything. Edutopia also has a section called Popular Topics that offers links to brain-based learning, classroom management, differentiated instruction, professional development, school leadership, and a few more. Edutopia even has core strategies for innovation and reform in learning. They are comprehensive assessment, integrated studies, project-based learning, social and emotional learning, teacher development, and technology integration. And quite a few of the sites that were provided for us to look at did require some kind of subscription. The sites that required a subscription to gain full access were the following. First up is BrainPop for around $250 a year. It looks very modern and appealing to especially younger students. It's playful with games and activities that allow for reflective moments for students and covers universal topics. I think BrainPop would be worth the subscription. Next is Kia that we got to use. That's $100 a year. I enjoyed being able to create my own learning activities, but I thought the graphics in the site looked outdated. I don't know if it would engage students as well as other platforms. And for the $100 a year, I feel that I would have to be using it a lot to get my money's worth. And then Atomic Learning, which I discovered is now called Who Knew It? I'm not sure. I could not find easily any accessible information about subscribing, so I'm not sure how much it costs, but my guess is it could be a couple $100 like the others. For the arts that I'm going into, I don't know if I would use Atomic Learning a lot. If it was provided to me through the school, I think I would try to integrate it into my classroom for sure though. Discovery Education is a couple $100 to subscribe, and I think it would be worth the cost of the subscription. Discovery is a well-known and trusted company through many different venues. I personally would like to have the experience section if I could have it. The bottom line, though, is I think schools should be paying for the subscriptions for all of their teachers to have access. I'm sure if the funding is there, that many of these programs are accessible for teachers. Teachers should not have to pay for these additional tools for hundreds of dollars. I think that they are just like textbooks or informational videos that the school should already provide. So next is my experience with Kia. It was really great and it was really user-friendly. It's a really creative one that seems highly customizable. I like how you can create your own games and activities by entering in your own information that is specific to your subject. Also, being able to upload images of content of your choosing is a nice option Kia made available. I was reading more about the site, and you can even upload audio files to your activities too. It's very convenient that you can not only copy and paste the link to your activities, but you can also email them too. I thought that another useful part of Kia was the part that if you create a quiz for your students, that you could also create an option for them to learn or for them to return to at a later time to finish if necessary. Kia also allows the teacher to follow their students and be able to track the amount of time students practice their activities. This way, teachers can hold students accountable and know how much time they are putting into this area of class. Although this seems to be a very useful site, the fact that it costs $100 a year is a lot for a teacher to spend. Again, I would hope that if a teacher finds this site very useful, that they could request the funding for the program to be covered and be able to use it in the classroom. Lastly is about the OERs, or Open Educational Resources. I definitely think that OERs are an important source of content for the future of education for teachers to utilize. I really hope the more K-12 OERs develop, because I could see them being very useful, since you know that other educators are posting them because they have been helpful to them. When I looked at the OERs provided in the modules section, I found Merlot to have the most useful resources available for teaching the arts. The way the site was organized was the easiest for me to navigate through as well. When I typed in the word arts, many tiles came up with descriptions, dates created by who, etc. Clicking on them took me directly to their websites. Alright, so that's everything for this week's module. See you all next week.